fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Let's go now. 65, 65, 65. Bang, bang.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. 50 seconds.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dobbs is throwing. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. Safety's creeping. 18.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Leon Jacobs brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's get that ball right here. Look left, look left. Check. He's checking crack.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Shift. Check 50.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, alert.
Headlines. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big run by the big man Fournette. 43 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Fournette. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch.
Throwing here, Dobbs. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Let's go. I got you. So nice number one. Watch the screen.
Check 13.
Wide. Get wide.
Back to throw, Dobbs. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's checking.
On third down, Fournette. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Jacksonville.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now Dobbs. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal.
Slam. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check 50. Check 50.
Check.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Rolling to his right. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
DJ Chark, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Slam.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
44 at the mic. 43.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Tackles. Under 10. 10. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Dobbs to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Right here. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yeah.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And complete to Zach Ertz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check 24.
Check 52.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
22, check, Bama. 22, check, Bama. Not today, you are. Not today.
So Mike's number 1.
Coming, baby.
Now on 2nd and 13, Dobbs, and he's got it, and he couldn't quite get there, tackled down at the 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Let him know. Undercrush.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
The Seahawks take over
Let's go,
first
boys.
and
Let's go.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he'll take a shot to the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, the 40, 30, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Check 3, check 9, check 9.
They go jet sweep here with Chark. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is 6. And take it.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That's a game of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Watch the safety creep. Check 31. Check 31.
To throw again is Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Antonio Brown, 57 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's coming. You got double up. Hey, 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Off the play fake. Dobbs finds an opening past the 40. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Fournette on the counter. Gets past one man. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Here we go.
Off play action. Dobbs. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Ship. Watch the ship. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Check. 66. Pull it. Half. Check 99. Check. Fresno.
Here's a first down run with Collins. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check your hot read.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
14 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Shift. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the edge.
Running with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed it.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, check 24.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one.
Off the play fake. Dobbs. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.